score he brought in the offensive line, and they did that kick the door down celebration together. K-Tron wanting to include the line, what does that say about K-Tron, the line, and maybe the camaraderie of the entire offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think for K-Tron, obviously he's going to get the recognition for getting in the end zone as he should, because he's the one that got in the end zone. But I mean, the O-line did a great job again today in the run game and pass pro, just giving us opportunities to make plays like that. And I think it's something we honestly always talk about, like when it get like Thursday, Friday of like team celebrations that won't get us flagged, but like for different guys. And honestly, Doc came up with that one today, this morning. So when we were in the huddle, K-Tron told them to be ready for it, and it's just fun to be a part of a group like that. I mean, we're having a blast. You can see it in that, but it's just super fun to be a part of it.
Sure, I want to ask you about the change of pace offense. You're calling 2 plays at once, you rush to the line, and then you may stop and huddle. How does that work? How do you guys plan that out? Has Coach called that in, and how much you're working that in practice? What do you think?
When we get to
effective, I guess is the question.
When we get to tempos off of plays before, like usually I'm just alerting the guys for, hey, be ready for tempo after this play. But for us, it's a part of our identity. We're going to shift, or we're going to do different personnels pretty much every play. Different tempo variations. That's fast breaks out of the huddle and just huddle in, and then no huddle right after play. So it's just a part of our identity, and I think it causes a lot of stress for defense, because when we're getting heavy personnel, like it's hard to match up to us, and then when we're able to spread the formation wide into an open set, it causes a great deal of stress. And I think it's just something we embrace as an offense, because we're going to do it every single game, and it's just a part of our identity.
Drew, how do you think the offense adjusted to not having an explosive weapon like Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I think just in general, we started slow the first 2 drives, but then once we got into a rhythm, we were hard to stop. We just need to start faster. I could have, second play of the game could have helped Julian out a little bit more, getting the ball up a little bit towards his chest. And there's just a couple little things those first 2 drives, but that's football. Like we're gonna have a couple bad drives, a couple of things we could have done better. It's just how we bounce back from that, and I think we did a great job of that today, of bouncing back after those first 2 drives, going down and scoring a touchdown right away. And I think we either kicked a field goal or scored a touchdown the next drive. So it's just when those things happen, it's all in the past. You can't fix it, and just moving on to the next series.
When you're on the sideline, how much do you get to actually watch the defense when they're playing? And if so, what is your favorite thing to watch out for them, especially as games wear on and they seem to be getting better?
Yeah, it kind of depends on the situation. Like if we have a longer drive, I don't get to watch as much as the defense, just because we have so many play. Like that 18-play drive that we had, like I didn't get to watch much of the defense, but I try to watch them as much as I can. And they do a lot of good things. I think like when we get up in games, like it just shows the pass rushing ability we have. Like I don't know the stats, but I saw Nittany had a lot of pressures today, QB rushes and hits. And it's fun to see those guys go out and perform, because they do it against us every day. Like it's fun to see that when we're doing good on offense, it's helping the defense. I think we can say the same for both sides. Like iron sharpens iron. I think we do a great job on both sides of the ball of making each other better throughout the weeks of practice. And it's cool to see those guys go out and do the things that they're game planning against the other team's offense, and go out and execute it. So it's just fun watching them. They fly around and have fun, similar to us.
Do you ever find yourself empathizing with sorry,
what you say?
The way you and Blake were able to connect
I mean, I think it's just him being in the right place at the right time, because his first 2 catches down the seam, he was really the second progression, and he did a great job of just getting behind the Tampa 2 guys and making tough contested catches. That second catch was a big time catch, just because that Tampa player, the Mike linebacker, knew it was coming and reacted to it pretty fast, and Liam did a great job of just controlling the ball and getting down. And then his last catch, I mean, we work on that type of play like throughout the summer and fall camp, and to be able to go out and execute it was great for us, and he did a great job on that. And first 100-yard career game, or 100-yard game for him in his career. And it's super fun to see, because again, like I know I said it a couple weeks ago, he's super consistent in his preparation and how he goes about his business. So he does all the right things, and it's good to see him get the reward for that.
You know what he can do in the deep game, but we haven't haven't really seen it. How important is it to get that on tape, that opposing defenses have to now maybe account for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really goes for all of our receivers. We have a lot of, even if they're not labeled as deep threats, they can do a lot in the receiving game. Even like Amari, like he's labeled a deep threat, but he can do a lot underneath. Like he's not just a go ball runner or a post runner. Like he can run every route on the tree very, very good and like just get separation and everything. So I think we have a lot of playmakers in that room that can do a lot of different things, and it's about Coach K and the O staff putting them in the position to make those types of plays, and then me delivering the ball on time and on target for them to show off their abilities.
After this 4-game homestand, I don't want to ask you about Saturday. I want to focus on today, but you're going to be going out on the road for the first time in 6 weeks. Knowing that, how would you describe the confidence level of the team, how comfortable you are with one another, given that you've been home for the last 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we take pride in like just showing up every Saturday, no matter who it is, no matter where it's at. It's like tomorrow when we flush this game and move on to the next opponent. It's about our process throughout the week and what we do well from this game, building on that and fixing what we didn't do well this game and fixing that for us. But I mean, obviously it's a great advantage to play at home, but you know the schedule says we go on the road, or go on the road. Like, I mean, we're not going to make a big deal about it at all. It's just, you know, what's on the schedule for us, and it's just taking that mentality.
Dangle looked kind of amped when he made that block. I think your back may have been to it initially, but what was he like in the huddle after that? Because that was pretty fun to watch.
I mean, honestly, like, I didn't know if the run popped or it was Venga. Like, I heard the crowd's reaction, and I turned around and I just saw Venga jumping on top of the guy. And I mean, I think it's just fun to, you know, be able to play everybody at different positions. Like, we always talk about running backs splitting out wide and receivers back in the backfield, but when we have guys like O-linemen that can split out wide and just, you know, inflict a lot of, you know, damage on guys, like it's fun to be a part of, and that really gets the whole sideline going and into it. But I mean, I think it was just cool to see how excited he was, because we've worked on that play for a while now, and for us to finally get it called in the game and him to have that type of result, it's fun for sure.
Hey, Drew, how did the offense go forward today? Because I think some people would look at this as more of a struggle for you guys against this team than maybe they expected. How do you look at this? Did the offense move forward in something?
Yeah, I mean, I think again we started slow. Obviously, we want to fix that going into next week. But for us, I mean, I think UCLA is a really good team. Like, they had a top 15 defense in the country last year. I know they had a couple changes, but it's still a lot of the same players there. So they're very talented at the back end and up front. So, I mean, for us, like, we knew it was going to be a challenging game going into it just because of the players they have on that side of the ball. But for us, I think when we got our rhythm going, we were hard to stop. It's just about getting into a rhythm quicker, me getting the ball out a little bit faster, more accurate on the first drive. Maybe we sustain that drive and go down the field and score, and it's a different type of ball game at that point. But for us, offensively, it's just about starting faster. And I think, again, once we got that ball rolling and we were moving, like, we were hard to stop.
How do you do that?
Just execute the play calls, really. I mean, yeah, if I hit Julian on the out route to the second play of the game, it's first down. We don't go 3 and out. We're not in third and medium extra long. It's just about executing the plays that are called.
Sorry if you were asked this already, but 2-minute offense with you guys, how confident are you as an offense in those situations, and how well drilled you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to our base fundamentals and base plays. It's stuff that we're super comfortable with, and I think Coach K does a great job of, you know, alerting us for plays of what we're going to run and when we're going to run them. And when we get into 2-minute, like, we get a 2-minute situation every week, different type of 2-minute throughout the week of practice going against the defense. So we're constantly repping it, because those situations are super important. Like today, being able to go down and score a touchdown right before the half to make it, I don't know what it was going into half, but a two-score lead for us was huge. And if we don't execute that, like, maybe it's a different game, but we take pride in going out and executing 2-minute drives for sure.
When and how and from whom did you find out for sure that Nick was not going to play?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I just went out there and K-Tron was out there. Like, that's coach's decision. Like, I have no influence over that.
So no one ever said, "Hey, Nick's not in."
No, I mean, no.
Was it a little weird not seeing him in every other series?
I mean, I figured once he wasn't out there, like, he wasn't going to be out there. I thought Q did a great job of, stepping up in his time today, and he did a really good job. But for us, I mean, obviously we love to have Nick out there, but I think Q did a great job of stepping up when his number was called.
Drew, if it's not the running backs, it's the tight ends. If it's not them, it's the wide receivers. I mean, it feels like it doesn't matter necessarily which position group is stepping up. You've won in a variety of ways. How much confidence does that give this offense as you hit the road now for the next month?
Yeah, I think it's just good for our team in general. I think we've won every win that we've had so far. We've won it in a different type of game, different types of way, offensively and defensively. So I think it's just learning how to win and just finding ways to win. Like, it doesn't matter if if it's an ugly win, it's still a win at the end of the day, and that's what we want to keep stacking. So we just got to find different ways to win, and no matter who it is, I know we have confidence on everybody on offense who, no matter what position group it is, that day they're going to step up and make their plays that they're getting.
Going off the receiver core, the first two connections to Julian didn't connect, and the one to Amari also didn't. And then it clicked as the game went on. What is that process like going into the huddle, going on the sideline, just finding that connection later on in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think I tell them all the time, I don't care about drops. I could care less because I know there's those that I missed throughout the game that they were open on. So I tell them, don't worry about it. I'm never going to hold a drop against you. If you're open, you're going to get the ball. And they'll clean things up because I think nobody is more upset that they dropped the ball than them. And they're going to fix those things. But, I think it's, again, about flushing those plays, those negative plays that didn't go your way, and just stepping up and making the play the next time you get your number called.
Thanks, Drew.
Thank you.